friend. So, so writing an email to your friend is called the informal writing course, because here there is a difference between formal and informal writing. In informal writing, you write letters to or emails to friends. Then you use chatty language. You don't use very sophisticated language or formal language in general. Okay, are you following me? You understand? The idea of writing formal is different. If you write formal language when the examiner asks you to write informal language, then this is completely wrong. Which means that you should in writing a letter to, or email to a friend, you should write apostrophes here, chatty language, idioms, feeling words, descriptive language, friendly language. You ask your friend questions, you talk to your friend, you address the readers directly. عكس الفورمال language. Formal language, in informal language, اللي هو writing a letter or an email to somebody that you don't know or anything, your language is very cautious. You have to be very careful when you write formal language. You have to choose your words. You have to choose your language. You have to write very polite expressions. مش polite يعني معناها ان انت بتكتب friendly language هتبقى impolite. لا، مش قصدي. بس يعني chatty style، يعني مع صاحبك يعني اكيد بتكتب language تكون اخف شويه من لو بتكتب لحد كبير او حد ما تعرفوش. يعني مثلا I would like to send you an كذا، ده لو انت بتكتب فورم. لكن انت لو بتكتب لفريند I want to send instead of saying I would like to send. You say مثلا you invite somebody important, you say I would like to invite you to come to my birthday party مثلا next week. لكن صاحبك هتقول له ايه why don't you come to birthday party next week. So this means that you have, while you are reading this part of the exam, you have to be very careful which one you are addressing. Are you addressing someone you know quite well? Are you addressing someone you don't know? And or maybe you know him, but you have a lot of respect for him or her طبعا. يعني if you write to the headmaster or headmistress, then you have to be to watch your language. If you are talking to your friend, then you, of course, you don't watch your language because this is your friend. Okay, so here we write writing an email to a friend includes very informal language and mostly a chatty style. لازم يعني you have to choose your language. طبعا انتوا عارفين ان احنا sometimes we should طبعا as young adults like you should be careful to write very good language and very persuasive language in order to persuade the examiner to give you a mark. Okay, includes very formal language and mostly chatty style, using apostrophes and idioms or idioms and feeling words using apostrophes is advisable here. تمام. يعني of course when you want to write, I can give you more advice related to writing an formal email more than that. So you normally don't write any address here. Don't write any address. Why? Because you don't write to, from, subject, and like well, what we write in emails. We don't. We ignore this part. So we normally don't write any address, but we start the email with dear whatever يعني dear Ahmed. Don't write dear friend طبعا of course. Dear Ahmed, dear Nancy, dear whatever يعني. Okay. So here, and then you write a comma. This is going to start at the left part of your email, the left part at the beginning. So like this, like this. Dear Ahmed, مثلا, for example, and then you write a full stop. Then when you start writing the email, you should leave a part كده. يعني an indent, what we put. First, you greet your friend. You ask about his health. It's because you are writing here 75 to 100 words only. Then you don't write a very detailed introduction and a very detailed conclusion. Because actually, you know that the examiner gives you most of the mark based on the content of your writing. The content is the three bullet points here. Here. لو tell your friend about the new shopping mall, explain why you want to visit the new shopping mall, ask your friend if they want to go with you. So you don't write heavy introduction and heavy conclusion, because this is not important when you write an email. Be careful to use my advice. Don't ever write a very huge introduction. Just tell your friend that you ask about his or her own health. Hope hi. مثلا, for example, how are you? How are you? Sorry. Remember that every time you write here, you uh, you write apostrophes. يعني instead of saying how are you or whatever, don't write how are you. Say how are you. Hope. Don't write I hope. Hope is better than I hope. Hope you're مثلا in the pink of health, and then you write the reason why you are writing the email to your friend. But remember يعني something, in order to differentiate between the letter writing and the email writing, you might be asking your teacher, what's the difference between emails and letters? يعني here I write dear and there I write dear, and here I write in formal language in the when I write to my friend, and there I write برضو informal language في اللاتر برضو، مفيش مشكلة. يعني مفيش فرق في الفورماليتي والانفورماليتي when you write a letter أو ايميل، مفيش فرق. بس الفرق the difference is that when you write an email you should include some words, some expressions that you are writing an email not a letter. Like what؟ يعني مثلا يعني انت يعني while you are referring to the writing, tell your friend أو يعني show your examiner or the person who is writing your email that you are writing an email not a letter. Like what مثلا don't forget to fill in the conclusion you say don't forget to check the photos attached to the email مثلا. أو ممكن تقول له do mail me when you're free and easy at the end of your email. كده يعني. يعني you show the examiner that you are not writing a letter, that you are writing an email. If you have any question, please tell me. يعني you can pause and ask me any question you want if you don't understand anything. So here we write the reason for writing. You want to visit a new shopping mall that has opened in your local area. Write an email your friend, an email to your friend about it. You want to visit. So while you are reading the question, the question says you want to visit a new shopping mall. You want to visit. يعني you haven't. It means that you haven't gone there yet. If you write that you went to the place and you enjoyed the experience, then the examiner will consider your email as a wrong one. You should read the question very carefully in order to understand what's the purpose, what's the main purpose of writing the email. Okay? في طلبة بيروحوا يجروا كده على الاكسرسايز على طول كده، وانس ان هو يعني قرا حتة بسيطة بيبتدي يكتب الرايتنج وبيكتبه غلط. وعندنا في الاي جي الغلطه، اي رونج انفورميشن هتعملها ده هيأثر على السكور بتاعك. هو ده بس يعني، هو ده الاي جي. اي جي انجلش they consider you an expert in the language، حد جامد في الانجليش، فبيكتب انجليش كويس، بيقرا الكويستشن كويس، بيقرا السؤال كويس جدا، شطار كده وحلوين ومية مية. very good, very well informed. وإن شاء الله ولادنا يبقوا شطار جدا جدا ويجيبوا A ستار دايما. تمام؟ فأنتوا you are going to be one of them. فهتقرا كده ان you want to visit a new shopping mall that has just opened. هو new الشوبينج مول لسه جديد، فانت you want to visit it. بس write an email to your friend. هتقول لصاحبك بس يعني ايه، او صاحبتك عن الموضوع. Tell your friend about the new shop. So here I write the reason why I'm writing the email. What's the reason for writing the email here? The person wants to tell her friend or his friend about اللي هو ايه الشوبينج مول اللي لسه ايه، ان انت عايز تروح الشوبينج مول. you want to go اهو you want to visit. يبقى انت هتقول له ان انا عايز اروح الشوبينج مول اللي هو لسه فاتح في الاريا، بس هو ده الريزون فور رايت. يبقى اكتب كده um, just مثلا just a quickie مثلا um, to let you know مثلا let you know about a shopping mall uh, about shopping mall that has just opened مثلا in my local area مثلا my local area مثلا for example. I really want كتبت كتير برغم ان عليكم كتير بس قليل to pay a visit to it بس ما تسمعوش كلامي يعني اكتبوا قليل. أو ممكن تكتبش الجمله دي يعني. لو انت حاسس ان هي هتطول منك قوي. I really want to pay a visit to it as soon as possible as possible. يبقى انا كده ايه I wrote the first part which is يعني كده تمام. ده الفيرست ايه day introduction. فكده بقى ابتدي ايه اكتب يعني. طيب انت you might be asking me هو انا هكتب كده how many paragraphs. ممكن تكتب two paragraphs two two main body paragraphs يعني. بس في الحالة دي هتضطر تعمل two points مثلا في paragraph وبوينت واحدة في paragraph. أو ممكن تعمل paragraphs صغيرة كل point في paragraph. You can يعني you can write يعني each point in one paragraph. أو you can mix tell your friend about the new shopping mall و explain why you want to visit the new shopping mall. ممكن تعملهم في paragraph. أو ممكن تعمل يعني الفيرست one في paragraph والسكند two في paragraph. ما فيش مشكلة. تمام. أو ممكن تعمل last point يعني تعمل two paragraphs. The first point تعملها في paragraph والsecond point في paragraph والأخيرة دي تعملها في الconclusion عادي. اللي هو ask your friend if they want to go with you. عادي ممكن تعملها في الconclusion مفيش مشكلة. تمام. يبقى احنا يعني مثلا مش فارق معايا tell your friend about the new shopping mall. طبعا tell your friend about the new shopping mall means that you write about its location, its uh, ممكن facilities, the facilities that the shopping mall has. You can speak about is it far from your home or is it within a walking distance from where you live, or just a stone's throw from where you live. قريب قوي فعشان كده يعني الاكسبيرينس هتبقى بالنسبه لي حلوه قوي بدل ما اخد مواصلات او اركب عربيه او كده. uh, how it looks from the outside كده. طبعا انت ما رحتش اكيد فانت مش هتعرف تتكلم عن ايه بس انت شايف مطاعم بره وشايف براندز وبتاع وكده، ف يعني اوكي، فهتكتب الحاجات دي كلها. تمام. آه يعني مثلا we said that we are going to leave space. Let me uh, tell you the gory details about the place or about the mood. ممكن تبقى تتكلم بقى ايه as you probably guessed. as you probably ما انت you talk to your friend as you probably guessed. يعني اكن يعني صاحبك ده موجود معاك في البيت او كده او جنبك. as you probably guessed it's 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 لازم تعمل كده. it's حتى لو يعني القلم خلاك تكتب it is يعني، فارجع تاني وصلحها عشان هم بيبصوا على ال informal language. it's just a stones throw، يعني قريب جدا من from. ما تقولش from my house، قول from where I live عشان تبقى informal. يعني انت لو قلت from my house هتبقى formal شوية. وانا ممكن يعني next week's session اتكلم معاكم شوية في الفورمال والانفورمال words يعني والlanguage. دايما ما بقولش from where from my house. I say from where I live. You might be asking me "Hmm, هو يعني هتفرق قوي لو كتبت from my house ولا from where I live"؟ بتفرق معاه، بتفرق. لان هو بيبص على حاجه كده اسمها register. وده على فكره يعني هيبقى مناسب في ال first language وال second language both. يعني if you are taking a first language then you برضو you consider which register you are writing about. يعني are you writing very formal language ولا you're writing very informal language؟ ايه بقى يعني انت اي writing؟ يعني مثلا if you write a story مثلا are you going to write the story مثلا in informal؟ لا. قصدي informal formal language يعني language that you write very polite language. لا. because you're writing a story then the story should be written in just a friendly language. If you are writing something to friends أو people you know ده هتبقى friendly أو informal. هيبان أوي لو أنت بتكتب letter أو إيميل لحد important أو كده، بيبان من ال question. So that you know everything, you know where to put information. So let me tell you the gory details about the mail the mole. اسمه مول، سوري. بس طبعا انا بكتب بسرعه فايه ممكن، او ده برضو مهم جدا ان انت after you write بتعمل بصه كده، تعمل scanning ل what you wrote in order to know if you're writing very proper language ولا لا. did you make mistakes concerning the spelling او vocab او كده. الحاجات دي زي الكلمه ميل اللي انا كتبتها مش غير باخد بالي. فممكن انت في اول درافت while you are writing you make mistakes غصب عنك، يعني القلم حتى ممكن يعمل كده. but once you look again at your writing ايه ده وانا عملت كده ازاي دي مثلا. طبعا الاكزامينر ملوش دعوه. الاكزامينر عارف ان انت you checked your writing and you looked at your writing again and again. فهو ملوش دعوه. تمام. فناخد بالنا من النقطه دي. As you is just a stone's throw from where I live. It's grant from outside. And I heard يعني أنا سمعت يعني إيه سمعت I heard some rumors about how many brands it has. يعني كفاية عشان ما يبقاش كتير بس خلاص. أنا I consider بقى إن إحنا we write 100 words. حتى لو أنت يعني عايز تكتب information كتير لا تبقى tight handed يعني اكتب اللي هو الانفورميشن اللي هو the most important information وعود نفسك على كده ان انت you don't write more than needed. حتى if you study first language برضه هتلاقي نفس الحكايه. هم يدكسل عندهم نفس الاتيتيود. They have the same attitude. هم they want students to be very brief و to the point. And then you have مثلا ايه explain why you want to visit the new shopping mall. Okay. You can say that you like the vibe of malls in general. Of course. أصلا بتحب المولات يعني especially the mall is near where I live ف it makes it easier for me to go and do some shopping from the mall. وإن أنا بحب قوي I'm shopaholic يعني الناس اللي هم بيحبوا الشوبينج دول. ف